let's finish the Arc 5 era with Deskbots, an archetype used by Tatsuya in Arc 5 8 episode epilogue, and it was in a grand total of one duel which we didn't even see play out. Like we saw the first monsters being summoned and that's it. Still, that's enough for an archetype analysis, right? Right. Anyway, yeah, it consists of 11 cards, so we don't have much to talk about, but still. This is an archetype focused on batteryman style beatdown and massive power output, so yeah, let's start with our first monster, that being Deskbot 001. It's a level 1 tuner with 500 attack and defense. I think, yeah, all of them have, all of the main deck monsters, yeah, even all of their monsters in general have 500 attack and defense, so yeah, that's the stat line that won't change throughout the video. Anyway, this guy gains 500 attack and defense for each machine type monster you control. If 2 or more machine monsters are special summoned at the same time while this card is in your graveyard except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. So yeah, this is for us an archetype focused on massive spamming, including since this is a pendulum archetype. This is actually a very nice effect to have, especially for a level 1 tuner monster. Not to mention that that it creates a pretty hefty attack boost based on the number of machine type monsters you control, meaning uh, it can reach some insane power outputs. So yeah, for a level 1 tuner, this is a fine card, no question about it. Next up we have Deskbot 002. If this card is special summoned, you can add one Deskbot card from your deck to your hand, and all machine type monsters you control gain 500 attack and defense except this card. Now this one isn't focused on boosting himself, but he also boosts other cards, which I think is a bit better in my opinion. So yeah, yeah, they can. There are some other cards which can help boost this guy's attack up. So yeah, but anyway, if he's special summoned, which is very easy to do in this pendulum focused target cup, you can search out another Deskbot to your hand. So yeah, and basically Deskbot card, as we'll see, it also searches out their field spell as well. So yeah, good card. Then we have Deskbot 003. When this card is normal summoned, you can special summon one Deskbot monster from your deck except Deskbot 003. Once per turn, during either player's turn, you can target one Deskbot monster you control. It gains 500 attack and defense for each Deskbot card you currently control until the end of this turn. This is one of the ways you can actually boost Deskbot 002, but anyway, what's sweet the most about this card is actually its first effect. Upon being normal summoned, you can special summon another Deskbot monster from your deck, meaning you can actually tribute their high level monsters, which is an absolutely amazing effect to have. So yeah, we'll see on later what kind of massive power output this guy can produce with this effect. So yeah, also nice card. Next up we have the Deskbot 004, which is their level 4. And if this card battles an opponent's monster during damage calculation in either player's turn, you can activate this effect. Once per battle, your opponent takes no battle damage for the rest of this turn. Also send one Deskbot monster from your deck to the graveyard except Deskbot 004, and if you do, this card gains attack and defense equal to the sent monster's level times 500. During damage calculation only. If this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can special summon 2 Deskbot monsters with different levels from your hand and or graveyard in defense position. Okay, so this one sets up the graveyard for like other plays and something, and you can actually special summon 2 other Deskbots in order to further your plays in terms of link spamming and all that. But the taking no damage for the rest of this turn is supremely annoying with this card. This type of effect, I would actually love it if it actually had the clause that all damage the opponent takes for the rest of this turn is halved. It would be a lot more balanced and not too like crapshooty in terms of, yeah, sure, you can send their highest level monster to the graveyard in order to give this a card a pretty hefty battle boost effect, but some of the other cards can provide much better and more versatile battle boosts, almost on the same level as this guy without that asinine you take no battle damage for the rest of this turn clause. So yeah, out of all of these, this one is the most mediocre out of all of them. The special summon's fine, but everything else is not good. Next up, we have their final main deck monster, Deskbot 009. Yeah, well, you're probably confused why we're jumping to 009. Well, all other Deskbots are actually pendulum monsters, so yeah, that's why. Anyway, it's their biggest boss monster. And once per turn during your main phase 1, you can make this card gain attack equal to the combined attack of all Deskbot monsters you currently control except Deskbot 009 until the end of your opponent's turn. Only this card can attack the turn this effect is activated. If this card battles, your opponent's cards and effects cannot be activated until the end of the damage step. If this card will be destroyed by a battle or card effect, you can destroy one Deskbot card you control instead. But this is, without a doubt, the hardest definition of a boss monster I have ever seen in my life. It gains attack and defense equal to attack, actually, only equal to the attack to the current attack of all Deskbot monsters. Meaning, if you have a bunch of Deskbot 001s or basically any other Deskbots which gain absurd amounts of attack based on the number of Deskbots you control, this thing can swing for a decent 20,000 plus damage, and I'm not even kidding about the ratios of the damage output here. Really, this is a beautiful boss monster, but back in the day it kind of was a bit of a detriment to it that it was level 9, but now the level 9's actually got its own draw cards like level 7s and 8s, so yeah, that's a the card was actually made better, so yeah, it's awesome. Also, scissor blades, really? I know a certain someone who would be enraged to see those in your hand, but anyway. Alright, now their first pendulum monster is Deskbot 005. And its only pendulum effect is that you cannot pendulum summon monsters except Deskbot monsters, and this effect cannot be negated. And it's a scale 10. And its monster effect is that if this card is normal or special summon, you can target one spell or trap on the field and destroy it. This card gains 500 attack for each face-up Deskbot monster in your extra deck. And if this card is in the pendulum zone is destroyed, you can target one Deskbot monster in your graveyard special summon, and then you can only use this effect once per turn. Now this one gains 500 attack for each Deskbot in your extra deck. However, I'm actually curious if it only counts the Deskbot monsters that are face up in your extra deck, meaning pendulum monsters, because they have an extra deck monsters themselves, and does it actually count it while it's still face down and unsummoned in the extra deck? So, yeah, I did not play or playtest Deskbots, so yeah, I do not know how this effect correlates, but still, it's a perfectly fine card, and not to mention it's a scale 10. It can summon the Deskbot 009 pretty easy, so yeah, it's a great card. Next up we have Deskbot 006, and this one is a level 6, scale 1. It has the exact same pendulum effect, and yeah, all of their pendulum monsters have this pendulum effect, so I'll stop elaborating it, so yeah, to save us some time. Anyway, its monster effect, if it is normal or special summoned, you can target one monster on the field, change its battle position. This card gains 500 attack for each face-up Deskbot monster in your extra deck. If this card is in the pendulum zone is destroyed, you can target one Deskbot card in your graveyard, add it to your hand. You can only use this effect once per turn. Absolutely same battle boosting effect as the as Deskbot 005, but the first effect upon being normal special summon is not very relevant, because again, we're in the Link era and most of the monsters you on the field tend to be Link monsters, so yeah, the effect is kind of pointless in that regard, so yeah. The floating effect is nice, and yeah, it's definitely worth a copy or two in your Deskbot deck. Next up we have Deskbot 007. This one has the license to kill, as you can see. Anyway, more scissor blades? Really? You really tend to enrage by Dear Ryuko with them? Anyway, yeah, this is their level 7, scale 10. And this card gains 500 attack for each Deskbot card in your graveyard. Monsters your opponent controls cannot target face-up Deskbot monsters for attacks except this one. And when this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing damage to your opponent. Shut up. Anyway, yeah, this is if you have two of these, which is not very hard to pull off, you can actually make an attack lock on the opponent or make a rank 7 since those tend to be very good in your archetypes. So yeah, very good card indeed. Yeah, but this one actually gains attack for each Deskbot monster in your graveyard, which is there are other main deck monsters. Their final main deck monster also has this effect, so yeah, we'll see how well it correlates with it. Anyway, their last main deck monster is predictably Deskbot 008. This one is a level 8 and has the exact same graveyard boosting effect like 007, and has the same attacking restriction as 008, meaning you can actually create the attack lock with these two as well. And it has the additional effect where you can actually make 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase, which is pretty damn fine. No ifs and buts about it. It's very nice. It can be a trade-in target. It's, well, what's not to like? It also has a cute notebook, notepad girl aesthetic. So yeah, really cool design there. And our final monster is the level 10 Synchro monster Deskbot Jet. Yeah, like I said, level 10, 500 attack and defense. It requires 1 tuner or 1 or more non-tuner monsters, so it's completely generic. And this card gains 500 attack and defense for each Deskbot card on the field, period. And you can only use one of the following effects of Deskbot Jet once per turn, and only once that turn. You can target one Deskbot card you control, destroy it, and if you do, special summon one Deskbot monster from your deck. Or you can target one Deskbot card you control and one face-up card on the field and destroy them. So basically the first effect is each card version, the second effect is actually the each card version of Double Cyclone, and the first one, the first effect is actually very cool in terms of you can actually destroy one monster you don't need in order to summon another one, which might be more useful to you at that time. So yeah. Basically a nice array of effects for a level 10 boss monster of an archetype that has base stats of 500 constantly, so yeah, very nice card indeed. And the last card is the archetype's field spell Deskbot base. All Deskbot monsters on the field gain 500 attack and defense. Lovely. Once per turn you can reveal any number of Deskbot cards in your hand, shuffle them into the deck, then draw the same number of cards. You can banish 9 Deskbot cards with different names from your field and or graveyard except Deskbot base. Shuffle all cards from your opponent's hand, field and graveyard into the deck. As we can see, the field spell absolutely does not screw around. On the spot 500 attack boost to all Deskbot monsters, which already have pretty gargantuan battle stats as is. Then you have the built-in magic cylinder effect for Deskbots, and how can we not forget the beautiful rainbow dragon effect, which basically allows you to banish one copy of each Deskbot in order to pull it off. But it's absolutely hilarious when you can actually pull it off consistently, and basically opens up the OTK, FTK possibility of the deck even more. And yeah, those were Deskbots, and now it's time for the grades. In terms of consistency, they actually handle extremely well, I have to say. All of them have 500 attack and defense, meaning they can all be machine dupe targets, which is an absolute staple in this deck. A very hard 3 of staple. Hell, I'd run 5 if I could in this deck. Sorry. So yeah, it's the consistency, and not to mention that they're all earth monsters. So yeah, they also have a giant rat can also search out all of them in that regard. So yeah, in terms of consistency, limiter removal. Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, consistency gets a 3, and power gets an absolutely fat 3 out of 3 as well, because these guys can absolutely destroy stuff, even harder than Battery Man. I gotta start play testing these, because I have some very high expectations for this power output here. Comeback ability is actually a bit on the flimsy side, but still it just misses out the 3 out of 3, but still it's a very solid 2 out of 3 in my opinion. Protection is usually it's on some very specific monsters, so yeah, if you don't have them on the field at the time, so yeah, it's not going to be the most optimal. Uh, you're not going to have the most optimal turn with them, so yeah. Uh, but still, they have lots of it, so I'm gonna give them a 2 out of 3. And versatility, of course, gets a 3 out of 3 because Deskbot 009, limiter removal, Deskbot base, the synchro monster, basically everything here is here and unaccounted for. You can get some pretty fantastic damage outputs with these guys, and it's all around amazing. Yeah, I would have actually loved to see Yuya go up against these. I would actually loved it if the entire 8 episode epilogue wasn't just wasted potential, unlike the last duel, which was actually pretty fine. So yeah, Deskbots really go out with a bang, and so does Arc 5 era with this archetype analysis. For now, maybe I'll actually get to review Gladiator beasts if I get enough patience and motivation, because that is an absolutely gargantuan archetype. So yeah, that was Deskbots, and yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned for more video doctors and updates. Comment, like, and subscribe, and as usual, I'll upload the next video whenever I can. See you all, have a good day, and peace.